He copied my whole fucking flow.
Oh,
word for word,
shit.
bar for bar.
Oh.
I think I should start this video off by saying that I frankly think that Fusion Wars are kinda dumb. Like, even the name itself to me doesn't really make that much sense, since it's mostly just Gogeta and Vegito fans arguing over this. And even as a Vegito fan who has taken part in many of these kinds of arguments before, whether it be with friends or just people online, I still hold Gogeta high in terms of my favoritism of him, because I still think that Gogeta is really cool. I really like his design. I like the way he takes out Janemba, and especially the way he takes out Broly. But my opinion on Fusion Wars aside, when it comes to these types of debates, people usually throw out the word fraudulent, whether it be attributed to characters like Super Vegito, or just Vegito in general, Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, or in some cases characters like Merge Zamasu, or even Kefla or Gotenks. But the main two I want to talk about today are mainly Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta and Vegito, because I feel like those are just like more prominent than any of these other ones I mentioned. Since, like, I mean, of course they're gonna be more prominent. Vegito and Gogeta are obviously the most popular fusions, so today I will be going over why I personally think that first Vegito and then Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta isn't fraudulent. Now, I will be going over Vegito Blue, even though I wouldn't necessarily say that Vegito Blue is seen nearly as fraudulent as Super Vegito, because I mean the situation was a lot less, let's say, straightforward. So I mean, long ass intro out of the way, let's get started. Okay, now first things first, let's talk about Z Vegito specifically. Like, the whole point of him messing around with Super Buu was to get absorbed. There is nothing like past that. Like, even if you want to say, oh yeah, he's just teasing him because of his personality, yeah, sure, but also you can't ignore the fact that Vegito was literally just doing it to get absorbed by Super Buu, to just put his full plan in detail. He wanted to get absorbed by Super Buu so that he could save everyone absorbed by him. But I mean, there are some arguments that people use in order to say that, oh yeah, he's a fraud. One of them being that Vegito should have just killed Super Buu. Okay, first of all, I don't think Vegito is going to just straight up kill Super Buu, because you gotta remember, Gohan, Trunks, and Goten are inside of Super Buu. Those are literally his kids. I don't think Goku or Vegeta, or even Gogeta for that matter, would just straight up kill Super Buu, even if it meant, oh yeah, you could just bring them back in the end. Other than that point, people usually make the argument that Kid Buu ended up killing everyone afterwards, so Vegito's plan ended up failing in the end. And I will say that that's a fair point. However, that is like not Vegito's fault. I mean, he literally didn't even know of Kid Buu's existence, and alongside that, Vegito was literally the one to free Fat Buu, which as a direct consequence caused Super Buu to regress into Kid Buu, who immediately upon spawning in decided to just casually blow up the planet instead of threatening to do it, then just doing it just for it to be dragged out for the sake of plot. But I mean, 5 minutes bullshit aside, none of this even matters in the case of Yuzamasu, since like 1, he's immortal, and 2, in both the manga and anime, when his body is destroyed, he either 1, in the case of the anime, merged with the timeline and they require Zeno, or B, he cloned infinitely and they basically just needed Zeno. So it was a lose-lose anyway here, and like because of that, Vegito, at least in my opinion, isn't a fraud, though I will like say that you could probably make some arguments against mine. I won't blame you. Now, as for Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, I will say that he is literally similar to Z Vegito in terms of personality, just from the way he fights, all the way to his straight up plan, which is basically a repurposed version of Vegito's, except he can actually kill Omega Shenron this time because he doesn't have to get absorbed. However, he doesn't end up finishing the job. And now I won't bore you with an entire essay's worth of words like I did for Vegito. I will make the point that if you are a Vegito fan and you say that Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta is fraudulent, you have to admit that Z Vegito in some way, shape, or form is at least somewhat fraudulent, because I mean their plans are somewhat similar. The difference is that Gogeta is just not allowed to beat Omega Shenron because of his time limit. Now, you could make the argument that, oh, he didn't end up finishing the job, so that makes him a fraud. However, I just don't personally see Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta as fraudulent. So yeah, that's the end of the video. Sorry that this video is a little bit longer than the last one. I kind of wanted
to have a reason to glaze Vegito, to be honest.
And I didn't really go over characters like Gotenks, since, I mean, this video is like long enough as it is, and I mean, considering my
inability to not procrastinate with editing and all that,
I honestly think that I would just like mess around and this video would just basically never get finished. But yeah, I'll see you guys on the next one, and see ya.